Yo, welcome
Hello.
to another edition of
Hello.
DMV Sports Show. Can you hear me?
This is Hober. Brandon Hober show.
Can you hear me? No, you can't. Welcome to another edition of DMV Sports Show. I'm your host, Rasul McGee. I am in 4 minutes late, but you know what? Don't complain because I'm here and we got something on our plate. We're going to talk about the Washington Commanders, and they're fresh off the bye week and they're in combat mode because this game is more than just a game. It's a monumental push into the postseason. We're also going to talk about the Washington Capitals, who are blazing in DC. But you know what? Nothing to take from them because we're talking about the Baltimore Orioles and how they're constructing their offense and defense for the push into the playoffs. We're going to talk about none other than the DC Defenders. And we're going to also talk about the Washington Wizards. And we're going to go more and more deep into the re-emergence of Marshawn Lattimore. So sit back, kick off your shoes. We got a lineup that you wouldn't believe. So you know what? Let's get to the show. Folks, when I tell you that this game is meaningful like the other last two because it's a postseason push, it is a postseason push because all this week we heard that Marshawn Lattimore wasn't ready. Marshawn Lattimore seems to be and strives to be ready for his debut against his former team. Now they're saying he will, in fact, play in the Sunday game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Fox. Folks, check your local listings if you got Fox. If not, watch it online. We have a major injury report. Deron Payne is on IR, so he will not participate in tomorrow's game. But Jonathan Allen's trying to make a comeback, so hopefully it's probably not going to be tomorrow that he'll come back. It'll probably be more like against the Falcons. But we have a lot of problems. We just recently signed, Pittman, who was a former Lion, former Buccaneer, and now he's a linebacker. I'm not sure if we desperately need him. We definitely need a pass rush in the middle. Now that these two monsters are gone, we definitely need a Deron Payne and a Jonathan Allen. We do have another caller, two callers that just came in. We have Coach and the co-host of the Louis Tenor show, Louis Tenor, and we do have Big Steve, and we do have Coach Eric and Big Steve here. So we do have, in fact, some good news and some bad news. But offensively, we have some great news. We just added two more wide receivers. We just re-signed Jamison Crowder, and we just added another wide receiver from the pack, from the waivers, Keyshawn O'Shea. I hope I'm saying his name right. I think we need a more speedster to complement Scary Terry. We have more position wide receivers than actually down vertical wide receivers. And we need to widen up the defense because this defense has a front four completed by us because we actually traded a defensive player to New Orleans and let go a defensive player to New Orleans. So that means that we actually helped New Orleans with their defense. While we struggle and not struggle, now we're completely, 2, maybe 4 or 5 stars down from having a complete defense. So basically, we are balanced with this team when we're supposed to be overpowering them. Offensive, defensive, special teams. Now we're on their level. They're 5-8. We're 8-5. It's just mind-boggling.
We should be on our level, but it doesn't seem that way.
No, because we have lost players to IR, and we helped the Saints with their transitioning into solidifying their defense. See, this is what I was saying before.
It may be true, but we still better talent in some key positions, particularly quarterback, particularly wide receiver.
Well, that's offensively.
And our secondary is coming around. Little by little, there's sneaking pay pieces in there. Washington should win this game. No, you can't overlook anybody. But,
here's what I'm just saying.
Nobody's scared of New Orleans right now.
This is
no reason why to be.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I gotta say, Eric, when you start switching players like they've been doing, that's when a red flag goes up.
I hear you. I
can't understand why the coach doesn't see this.
Well, the coach doesn't have a whole lot to say. I mean, I'm sure he does. I'm talking about AP right now, who's the general manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's plugging and playing certain things. I understand it's late in the season, but and this last thing he did, I'm like, okay, at what point do we start messing with the chemistry? Because they've been thinking for the last couple of weeks about, it's teamwork and the brotherhood and stuff like that. Okay, fine. But he's putting in these patchwork players, and none of them are true stars. I get that. You're not going to have a whole bunch of true stars. But like you said, with all this plug and play, I'm more concerned about the chemistry that's been the thing that makes us win. The thing that makes us win.
If they work together.
And this new wide receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little concerned. I think I talked to what's his name about it earlier this week. It's like he comes off of a disgruntled situation. They wouldn't give him the ball. It's like, oh snap, are we picking up a problem, child? Because we got receivers down here who can't get the ball, McCaffrey and all them facts.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, we don't want another disgruntled person. Now he did do well in Minnesota with Kirk Cousins of all people. But, we'll have to see. To your point with DQ, I give him his props. He's, he's taking the ingredients he's been given, and he's got more wins than losses. I'm tired of hearing these people talk about Bo Nix. It's like, look.
Yeah, Bo Nix is not that good.
JD5, Jaden Daniels. He's got 8 out of 17 players of the week. One more, you got to give it to him.
Right.
He'll have 9 out of 17. That's more than anybody could have.
He has more passing yards and more touchdowns than Bo Nix. So therefore, there's no Bo Nix sensation. I mean, I understand that he's part of a Sean Payton era from New Orleans to Broncos, but JD5 has been killing it every single week. So to your credit,
like about half the interception, which is unheard of for a rookie quarterback.
Right? Absolutely, I totally agree with you. This is what I'm saying. The league is so biased. I was just reading this like maybe 10 minutes ago. They have this power rankings of what teams are in the top 10 or 15. We're not in the 15 in this power ranking.
We're not even in there.
That's what I'm saying. That is crazy. Who's doing these power rankings? Is there a cave dweller who doesn't watch football and just go, I like that star, I like the horse, I want to put the here? This is the most ridiculous power ranking.
They're doing this, to bump up interest and ticket sales and everything all across the week. So one week is here, one week is there. It's ridiculous. I'm not expecting Washington to be number 1, but come on, y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even in the top 15.
No, I don't expect. I am not at the expectation of going to the
agree with y'all.
But as good as we've been, I do expect them to keep going.
So here's the funny thing about this week. Now, everybody on this panel and everybody I talk to who are Commander fans the ones who I talk on the street, they give me some very good insight. Now, before I start, now I want to go back to what Eric was saying about, the whole defense, offense is starting to come around, and we're better than the Saints. Even though, here's the thing. Let's do the comparison. Let's start with the Saints. The Saints have a pretty good defense. They have a pretty good secondary with Manu. I forgot his name, but he was from KC. Then he went from KC to New Orleans and stayed in New Orleans. And he's been there for ever since. Oh no, he was from Arizona. Then he went to KC, won the championship there. Came to New Orleans and stayed in New Orleans. Now, you know, Chase Young was with us. We let him go. He went there. Then we traded that pick, that guy that was with us who had problems, Rich Eds, whatever his name is, and he went there to New Orleans, and we got a draft pick for him. So we built their defense up. Secondary, I don't know. The secondary is now gone because they don't have Marshawn Lattimore. I think Marshawn Lattimore is the star factor that could potentially help us change the type of percentage of here. But is it massive? It will have to be seen if he's going to be everywhere on the field. We have to play lights out, even though we don't have to blow them out. I think we do have to blow them out because they're 5-8. We're 8-5. We have the number 3 offense in the league. We have to make sure we have the number 15 running for league with Brian Roberts, even though that Eckler's now on IR. We have to run the football crazy. You know, we have to have the other running back, Chris Rodriguez. We have to have him go up the middle or do the same thing he did against the Titans. The Titans game, when we scored over 30 points, is solidified in the rankings that allows us to move forward. This is why we got to blow teams out at this day and age, because right now we have the chance to move up to 6. Green Bay just lost to the Lions, which means that they will fall to number 7. Rams just won. And guess who the Rams have now? Emmanuel Forbes.
Lose too.
Huh?
Who did the Lions lose to?
The Lions lost to
Nobody.
No, they lost.
Nobody.
Didn't they lose?
They ain't lost to somebody in a good long
They
while.
played
They lost to Buffalo.
Sunday.
Yeah, they lost to Buffalo.
No, they played Buffalo. No, they played Buffalo Sunday. This Sunday.
Oh, I thought they lost. I remember seeing them lose to somebody.
I remember.
Nah, that would be national news. Trust
I
me.
was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. They 12-1.
Okay.
Buffalo Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
figured.
here's the thing. It was good that the Rams beat the 49ers. The 49ers are 6-8. And what happened is Washington is 2 games up. Green Bay won 9 games. But the North we have to worry about. If we win 2 out of 4, we can get into the playoffs.
See, this is what I'm saying.
We got New Orleans. We got Philly, Atlanta, and Dallas. Beat Philly, beat Atlanta. You know, because Green Bay ain't no slouch, but Green Bay got to play Minnesota or Detroit, and they can lose that. You know,
They can lose both of those.
But see, this is what I'm.
Exactly.
Before we start, I gotta introduce the one caller. He is the co-host of the Louis Tenor the Enhanced Sports Show. He's a co-host, Louis Tenor. Welcome, Lou.
Thank you, Russell.
You're welcome. So, here's what I'm saying.
Hi, Lou.
Here's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, and I hear everybody. My thing is,
You said they have a high-ranked defense. What was the defense ranked again?
who our defense?
No, the Saints.
No. What I said that they have the components that we helped with their defense. They don't have a high-ranking defense. They have the number 1. I think they have the number 5 pass rush in the league. That's facts, and I that we help with that. We put Chase Young and we put Edge something. I forgot who that guy's name is on their defense, so they can pass rush us. So those are their stars. We have their number 1 corner, Marshawn Lattimore, who is set. I think he had 5 Pro Bowls mentioned. So I think that helps us in a little bit in a balanced type of situation. Here's the problem.
Like our corners. Sanders still. I'm looking for him to get his first pick 6 against this, third third level QB.
He's
been coming along. He's been getting hotter and hotter. And I think I'd love to see it. I'd like to see him take it to the house. That's my wish list for tomorrow.
Here's where I believe we can change the tide. The most dynamic player on this defense is Jeremy Chin. If Jeremy Chin goes and sack this, here's the funny thing about their offense. They're not going to have Derek Carr. They're going to have some rookie by the name of, hold on. This is the funny guy. The funny guy that I seen they put on the, I mean, because the internet is killing him because they said he looks like the guy from the Broadway show Stump. And and they said he's Willy Wonka. I say he's Willy Wonka, but he looks like, but he doesn't look like he's a threat. He looks like he's completely out of it. But I think if we take it to him, if Jeremy Chin,
for a reason.
well, yeah, true. But if he gets hot, if we give him the chance to throw the football, I guarantee you he would make a name for himself against us. And I don't want that to happen because right now we're in playoff mode. Now, remember what Dan Quinn said in the beginning of the season. He said, this will not be a rebuilding year. This will be a what? This will be a successful year. So when I'm saying
what
to
do you call what they've been doing?
This is what I'm saying. This is a successful year. This is why I believe if we win tomorrow, we are number 6. Green Bay's number 7. We evade the Ram evasion of kicking us out. Right? So remember, we even bolstered the Rams with the Emmanuel Forbes release. And now
Why are you talking about the Rams? They're done.
Well, I don't know.
What we're about is the Buccaneers coming up from the NFC South.
No, I don't.
As a good head coach, Todd Bowles, who,
right?
You know, we have affinity with, and the Baker Mayfield that's having their life. They are solid. I mean, their record doesn't really, reflect the same success that we've had. But I'm more worried about them than anybody else, and I believe they're closer to us. They're only like a game behind us.
That's right. And that's why.
I need to compare schedules to see, can they win out? Will we win out?
Well, see, that's what I'm about to do right now. That's why I'm looking at that right now as we speak because I wanted to do the comparison myself.
Yeah, that's new dudes. They've been around the league, and both of them have been to the playoffs. So it's like,
Right. So that brings me to my point that it's even more that we win today. Losing today will set us back and gives Rams more of a chance to move up, and then Buccaneers more chance to move up too. So everything plays right into the playoff games. So, okay, so here's we're 8-5, second in NFC East, and we're number 7. We're number 7 in. We just beaten the Tennessee Titans. We have the Saints tomorrow at 1:00. Regular game 15 and the 16, and after the Saints is the Eagles. We play the Eagles at home, so we have to win that game. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. So we have.
Where are the Rams as far as the playoff picture?
Rams are number. I think they're number 8.
They're number 4.
No.
They're number 4.
Are they? No, I don't think they're number 4. Hold on. Hold on, let me check.
Did you look at the bye?
Because I was looking at what the NFL.
Philly is number 2. Then you got.
Okay, here we go. All right, so come on. There you go. Come on, pop up internet. The question needs to be answered. All right. Yeah, I know my internet has problems right now. It's one of these slow nights.
We've all been there.
That's all the time right now.
You know it. Hey, listen. And listen, when you see that little hourglass pop up, back in the day when we had AOL, that was so frustrating. All right, so clinch the playoff spot. 1 on the AFC, is Chiefs. 2 is the Bills. On the NFC is the Lions and Eagles. The Eagles are number 2 in the hunt. On we'll just go to our side. Seahawks is number 3. Buccaneers is number 4. 5 is Vikings. 6 is Packers. 7 is us. So the Rams are number 8. Like I said, they're on the outside looking in, but they are 1 game tied with us, and they got 1 loss from us. So the NFC, the NFL playoff probability has the Rams percentage at 49 of making the playoffs, while our percentage is 87. Now, if we lose, they have us at 59. Currently, right now, we stayed at 79. 87 is when we win. 59 is when we lose. Currently, we're 79. So there is a probability, like I said before, that we could, at this state, fall after this game if we don't have our mindset right. Now
I got number 7. We number 7. Packers number 6. Vikings number 5. Buccaneers number 4. Seahawks number 3. Eagles number 2.
Yeah.
And Lions number 1.
Yeah.
Lions got the 5.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's
And the AFC.
Yeah. That's true.
Chiefs is the one with the 5. Bills is number 2. Steelers number 3. Texas number 4. Ravens number 5. Chargers number 6. Broncos number 7. And that's it.
But see, that's what you're not seeing. The bubble. The bubble's what I'm talking about.
Is it
After
on the bubble?
no, that's what it doesn't. I know what you're saying, Steve. Listen. Even though they're on the bubble, these teams have a chance who are on the bubble to move up 1 and take 7 spots. Now, the only team on the AFC side that does not have a chance is the Colts. The Colts has a 54% chance of winning their next game against Denver, which is not going to happen. But if they lose, it says 7%, which means they're going to be out. So that game right there is going to tell you the Broncos are going to carry that seed. Now, if the Dolphins win against Houston, it's a 29% chance they make it, which the Dolphins are not going to make. Right? Now, 10 is the Bengals. You could count all 3 these teams out. They're not going to make it. Now, we're going to go to the NFC. Here's when the probability gets higher. And here's where the most stability, the strategic percentage of this year is so minute. It's brainstorming. Here's what I mean. If we lose, we go to 59%. If the Rams win again, they go up to 77%, which means they take our spot, right? And we're on the bubble. And we are out looking in, which means that the Eagles, the Falcons, and Dallas becomes 3 games, and we're in 3 losses, and we're done. This is a remake of something that happened way, way long ago. I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to jinx anything, but this happened before. I don't want to do it. You know how I know my history. This happened before, and we were lit. We were on fire. And then the last 4 games of the season, we didn't have a bye week until the middle of the week. And then what happened? I'm not going to say it. I'll tell everybody in the chat room, but I'm not going to tell everybody on air.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. So now we have a chance.
For the funny part with the Rams last 3 games are against the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks, right? But the good thing for the Rams, their last 2 games is at home. So we had to beat the crap out of Saints tomorrow, then Philly, then Atlanta. Atlanta come home, so thank God for that.
See, now you're starting to see Steve, exactly what I'm saying. That even though, here's the problem with okay, so I'm going to say this. Geno Smith is not the Geno Smith of old when he was with the Jets.
No.
So Geno Smith
Exactly.
is not going to go at home and blow out teams. He's just going to make it to the point where he's just sufficient. At home, they're not really that good at home, the Seahawks. I think the Rams can actually take the Seahawks and actually blow them out. Now, do I think they can take that spot? I don't know. They could be the first one in the West. They're 8-6. If they beat the Seahawks and become first place in the NFC West, it changed everything. It changes everything. That means, yes, it just brings us to more who we're going to play in the playoffs later down the line, because the Rams won it before, and they can go back again with our former offensive coordinator, Sean McVay. So it could be a reunition of the old, what is his name? Kyle Shanahan regime when they had RG3. So this could be a big.
The Seahawks could be looking down. But here's the thing. The Seahawks can't afford to lose, because if they lose, they can't go into the playoffs. So they're going to be, the Rams right now lead the NFC West.
Right.
I'm not Seattle.
Seattle's leading the West, yeah.
Them two got to fight each other for the last game. So the winner go in, the losers get out. So that's going to happen on the last game.
But here's the thing. Eric brought this up too. He said that the most chances of we getting in, we might play the Bucks, and it'd be a rematch of game 1 of the season. So that's a possibility too. And that's,
I'll take my daughter on that.
even though we got blown out in that game, but you know what? We stronger now. And I don't know how I think the Falcons have lost some speed and lost that excitement, because look at their record, 7-6, and they're in the playoffs. That means that division is weak.
Yeah, and we're up higher than them.
Exactly my point. So we're one game better.
We're not, placed.
Right.
And it doesn't make sense to me.
So if
they be going to be Army, yeah.
I mean, we have a chance to be 12-5. Well, 12-5. Or even not 12-5, 12-6. We have even higher chances of increasing our win total, and then be the favorite.
You put that before I could. I was going to save it till it was over, but it's only like a minute left.
I mean, if you go ahead.
It's 42 seconds left.
Yeah.
Who's winning?
Navy's blowing them out.
31-13. It's over.
Oh, it's over. It's done. Navy knew what they were doing. They said, we're not going to wait anytime. That's what we need to do tomorrow. This is what I'm saying. We need to do that to the Saints. Because offensively, we need.
They don't have much of a wide receiver. Their quarterback, last time he started, he got blew out by 30 points.
But what I'm saying is that we have to show dominance. Listen, okay, this is where I'm coming from. Now I hope everybody remember this. Do y'all remember that Monday night when we were hoping that we didn't screw up, and Drew Brees was just on the verge of breaking a touchdown ratio for the very first time, blowing out Peyton Manning's record, right? He put 54 points. It's okay. It's all right. But my point is that we're supposed to beat them the same way they beat us. We were injured. We had no type of offense. We didn't have no type of defense. We were just lost in all phases. They were clicking all phases. Remember Golston.
I remember they got a few calls too.
Exactly.
Sure Drew Brees had his day.
Exactly.
I'm not that frightened of this game, and I don't think we should be. DQ usually has the guys on point. Even our losses have been pretty painful, like close at the end.
Right.
We've never gotten blown out.
No.
And I don't see the Saints blowing us out at all.
Fourth quarter.
Exactly. You see, Coach knows what I'm talking about. It's always around the last quarter when the knockout is being the blowout. When we just have our boxes, gloves up, And we
That's what they gotta work on.
it's like a 10-round bout. We up here, we winning the card. We winning the card. All judges are picking us to win. And then when it comes to last quarter, the last round, we're like, all right, we got the Vaseline over the cuts. We're ready. And then we hit and we expose ourselves and we get body blowed. That's what happened with Dallas. That's what happened with the Ravens. That's what happened with the Steelers. We were ready for the blowout, and then they actually hit us with an uppercut, and we fall. You know, and that's what I don't want, because this team is 5-8. We take on another team who's actually on the way down, and we don't want to lift them up. We got against the Falcons. The Falcons coming here. They coming to Northwestern, and we want to make sure that when they come here, they see the burgundy gold. We want them to know. Off their butts. We want them to know that we knocked them down, held them up, and then knocked them back down again. Yo, I'm on the warrior. I'm on the warrior mode right now, because this game right here, it means that for the very first time since 2012, we're favored to win the game. We're favored to blow these teams out. Look what with the Titans. Everybody picked the Titans to beat us. Well, some did, but they picked the Titans, and we put 42 on them. We gave them 19. I would have said 7, but you know how I am. But anyway. But
we still gotta be on our toes.
And
one game at a time.
That's why this game is more important, folks.
And act like it's the top team that you're going against.
Coach be reading my book sometimes. She's been reading my playbook so much. She's been saying the same thing I've been saying. Coach, get your own playbook. No, I'm just playing. But that's what no, you're right, Coach, and that's my whole point. You got to understand that in this, even though you're not scared of them, they still have a potential to block us. You know. You know.
You gotta be
loss would be devastating, but I don't think they want to play scared either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want to play with confidence. Go in there. Take command, raise hell, and come home with the W.
And that's what I want too. But that's what we had again. I mean, remember, we said that against the Steelers, and we were playing lights out until the Steelers figured, hey, listen, we can take them out. And then that's what the Eagles did. We were battling them 3 quarters. We were hitting them in the throat. We were punching them in the gut. And
that aggravates the heck out of you.
And then they scored 20 points in the 4th quarter. Who does that? I don't want this kid who's a rookie to go, hey, listen, we can take them. We got me. We got Willy Wonka at the helm. We got Alvin Kamara. Nah. We're supposed to blow you out. That's what we're going to do, because we got the better team, better wide receivers, better running back, better quarterback, better offensive line, better defensive linebackers. I mean, we did have the defensive front.
I'll be glad when it's the offseason we can settle this kicker thing down.
Oh, yeah.
I understand. I don't like what I've seen out of AP. I love him, but I don't like it. I understand it, though, because kicker's going to be important in the playoffs. Games are going to come down like that.
Yeah,
we got to get that nailed down.
Yeah,
we've had how many kickers in how many weeks? It's too many.
We had 2.
So,
yep.
Yeah, I mean injuries. Yeah, what have you? But bottom line, we just need to get that nailed down.
Yep.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why we let Joe Sly go, because Joe Sly can kick a 54. Yeah. And then we actually gave them a gym. See, this is why I think Dan Quinn is a great team coach, but a horrible negotiator. Because, why would you give away a really good kicker for an average kicker, and then get him injured, and then bring on another kicker, get him injured, and then now we have 2 kickers on IR, and then we're just going like, what happened? What we do?
Don't ask me. How many college football programs are there in America? And we can, out of 32 NFL teams compared to about 300 college football programs, and we can't find a kicker out of all of them.
Yo,
that's disturbing to me.
Eric, you just speaking fast, because I'm just looking at this going, you know what? We just spend too much money on 2 kickers, and both of them are on IR. We about the horrible. special teams in the NFL. That's crazy. We're worse than the Browns. Sorry for those who Browns fans. I want to mean nothing against that, but this it's just we cannot allow that happen because we're in go mode. Go mode in the last 4 games of the season. Well, it's 3 games of the season. We got to be in go mode. We got to be ready to fight because these teams, they're just like, okay, Commanders are coming to town. You better be on your end game because they're pretty good. When have we heard that before? And not in so many years, right? So when you come to our stadium, you're not going to be just, you just know.
Be on your freaking toes.
Exactly. Be on your P's and Q's because if you say something out of turn, we're gonna make sure you know that we're coming. And that's what I want. Because we got Bobby Wagner, the man who started the Legion of Boom. Oh, well, he was in the middle. He's still going. Yeah, no. He's good. He's good. He's gonna be playing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not that injured.
Lord, I hope so, Lord.
What I'm more concerned about than anything is the front 4. Because I know we got Fedarius Mathis, and we got Johnny Newton. I think they're going to be.
Mathis even going to play?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think he's not hurt. I think he has to be in there. But we got to have backups, so they need to bring some people from the practice squad.
I need to see more out of him. I really do.
We do, because this is a very important game. We can't have Alvin Kamara run for 115 yards and 6 touchdowns in this game, and then look at the scorecard like, God, we didn't even stop him. We didn't even stop him one bit. I'll be really mad. I want to jump through the TV and like, can you just stop somebody, please?
You're gonna have a TV
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it around my neck going to work. Like, what happened to you? Jeez, but let me ask you guys this question because this is very dear to me because we really have to answer this question. I'm gonna start with Big Steve and end with Lou. Here's the problem I'm having with this. Even though that this game, like I've been hearing over the case of the week, if we lose 2, we're still good. We don't want to lose and jump into the postseason with a losing, after losing 1 game. The idea is you jump in with the winning streak. Once you jump in with the winning streak, then your momentum going into the playoffs is 100% engraved in stone with the win. So let me ask with Big Steve to Lou, is winning with a winning streak into the playoffs a good thing, or having a 2-2 balance going into a playoff game? Is that good or bad? Let's start with Big Steve.
No, when you win this, you got momentum. If you 2-2, that doesn't mean nothing. You always want to go to the playoffs. That's even basketball, baseball, hockey. You always want to go with a momentum because that's telling you that your team is good.
Yes.
And you can't be stopped.
Yes.
Look at the 49ers of the 80s.
Yes.
The 49ers knew they had something special when the White Clock caught that touchdown pass.
Yes.
And
Jerry
everybody
Rice.
knew the 49ers cannot be stopped.
Yo.
And they was beating teams. But guess what? Just like the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
When we beat the Cowboys and then we beat the 49ers in the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs,
Yes.
we became special. And
Yes.
that's what I'm going to say. Go with momentum. Keep winning. You're doing your thing.
That's a great point because I remember the greats of Joe Montana and Steve Young and Ricky Waters, and then you have Jerry Rice. That was insane how they just had that winning streak and beat the Cowboys at home. And Cowboys were talking that mad trash. But I don't want to get off the track. I want to go with Eric because I think Eric has more of another good point to lay it on the people and myself. Go ahead, Eric.
Me, I think we should be more confident going into this game. We got a tough stretch ahead. We got to play the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yes.
And I think we need to win both of them. We really do.
Thank you. Yes.
Eagles is going to be something. That's going to be the game of the year. It's going to be at home. We need that edge, and we need a little bit more bragging rights than we got right now because people are tired of Philadelphia. in their drama. They're just ugly. And of course, the Cowboys, are the Cowboys. We're supposed to beat them anyway. Other than that, chin up, Redskins fans. We're going down to New Orleans. We're mad deep down there from all report. We've got a good crowd down there to win.
Yeah.
And I expect them to win. I mean, I expect them to win. Sure, they have to be careful, but I expect them to win. It's going to be nice to see the new cornerback down there. They know him. They'll throw away from him. And like I said, our youngsters, I think it's time for them to shine.
Oh,
I'd like to see them pull a pick six.
Couldn't you?
DQ.
Yep.
DQ. Hopefully he'll do what we've always done. It's like jump up early.
I
Jump
hope
up
so.
early and take away their strategy.
You got to remember that fourth quarter.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead, Eric.
Like I said, jump up early.
No, go ahead. Yeah. He got it. Okay. Eric makes some great points. Okay, Coach, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, we with a winning team. You got to keep your focus. Be on the ball. Don't take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we do need that balance. Period. I consider that we'll do it. And they need to work on that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
They took advantage
Yes.
after the game that we went through. Remember, who was that? The Bears?
The Bears game, 100%. Good point. Yep.
Yes. And they started studying their film. And that's when they started doing it.
Yep.
And I'm like, you got to put a stop to that right now.
That's right. That's right. That's a good point.
And if we're going to go in, yes, go in early. That's good. But we got to have it for fourth quarter. That's it.
Good point. Good point. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Lou,
I agree with that.
what you think, man?
Yeah, I agree with that on Coach. And when you do go in with that, you do go in momentum. But don't forget, though, that some teams actually lose momentum as they head into the playoffs, and especially when they're riding high in the postseason, like say number 2 seed, and you fall in the first round of the playoffs. Sometimes I think they just burn out a little bit too. Even though they have the momentum going in. And I've seen it happen way too many times before when a top seed team or second team, gets upset in the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. No. Continue, Lou.
Very
Continue.
good point.
Yeah, because I've seen it happen way too many times. You build it in, you're all psyched up, you got the momentum, and then all of a sudden you just lose it. Burnout does exist, especially in the postseason. You really got to bring in, and you got to watch for injuries because one injury could set the whole thing down a spiral.
That is a great point. And we got another caller. He is. He's an Eagles fan. He's welcome here. You don't even boo him.
Hey,
this is Alex Wadden. What's up, bro?
What's going well?
What's good, man? Welcome back. So we were just talking about the Commanders' next game. This is more of a push into the playoffs. This is when the money's been made. This is where the money is going to be in the bank pot for next year to have more of undrafted free rookies to come in and get signed. So the 5-8 Saints are in the Superdome. The Commanders go and travel there to go and visit the 5-8 team. Do they come with a victory? Alex, what are your thoughts?
10 points. I got the Commanders definitely by more than a touchdown. They should be able to really stymie and slow down the Saints. Really have such a questionable offense. Commanders should put up points. They should win by 14. I think maybe 10, at least 7.
He even got them at 10.
I think it's 10. I'd say 10 because I think they're going to score probably 30, and I don't see the Saints scoring 20.
Well,
30 to 20. 30-14, 28-14. I don't know. 35-14.
Well, see,
35.
Well, I'm not saying the Saints offense is so weaponized that we're not going to even battle them back. No, what I'm saying is that sometimes the offense doesn't have to do too much. It's the defense of the opponent that keeps everything level-headed. Remember, folks, 2 of our best defensive players were on our team, and they were shipped to New Orleans together. Now,
Oh, Lord.
yeah. So I'm not saying.
Okay, I'm not gonna think negative. I got to think.
Well, I'm no. This is why it's a motto of my show of, if you have concerns about your team, you express it. This is what the concerns that I have, but it's not negative. I'm not saying, oh, we're gonna lose by 34. No. I'm not putting that energy out there.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying that we have a little bit of problem of putting our players that we don't want into a team and on the teams that we're going to play later on, and that's that's why I keep saying Dan Quinn is a horrible negotiator. Why would you do that? Why would you put them out there? Just like you get rid of Johan Dotson to the Eagles, and the Eagles beat us. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm. Anyway. Thanks, Alice, for giving your point. Luke, thanks for giving your point. Here's my thoughts, everybody. I think we will win if the defense play like they are the best defense on that field. I'm talking about rushing the crap out of that rookie. He's running around scared, throwing interceptions, throwing fumbles. We should be up 14-0 in the first quarter. And then when the second half come in, we should be up 20-3. This is where money is being made. This is where teams are sitting down going, 20-3, we're in trouble. No, that's what I want. Because back in when you had Charles Mann and you had Dana Stubblefield, you had Kennard Lang, you had what's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. Harvey, Kenneth Harvey, Leonard Harvey. Yeah. You had these guys who were solid. You had London Fletcher. I can't forget it. London was he bullied Tom Brady. He was the only guy. He put a hat on top, and Tom Brady wobbled his legs up. I'm okay. I'm all right. But my point is, we need to put a hit on this team and let them know that, hey, listen, we're 8-5 for a reason.
We mean business.
Exactly. And that's what I want. And I believe if you're listening, this is what you need to do. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, folks. We got so much on defense that we need to, enhance. And then we got a lot of offense that we just have enough of. The wide receivers that we just got off of waivers, they need to produce like lights out. They need to have 3 or 4 touchdowns. They need to at least have, a 50-yard break. They need to have I think KJ Osha? I think he's like a position wide receiver that he can go for 5 yards, get a first down. He needs to do that all day long. All 4 quarters. I mean, they need to throw it to him every down because Noah Brown used to be that push, moving the chains guy. So, Scary Terry needs to have 3 touchdowns, over 175 yards. Brown Robinson needs to have at least.
Blackmore wants to get out there. Let him move that baby. Yeah.
The Saints could play tough defense too. I'll remind you guys that the Eagles were in a dogfight with him in week 3, week 4, week 5, right around early on. So the dome is no walkover. You're not gonna,
That's my point. That's because y'all had Derek. They had Derek Carr. Well, they had Derek Carr. They got a rookie now. Derek Carr is out for the season. So now
that's the thing now. So it's just grind it out. They could score. I'd predict 31-14. I'll go Commanders 31-14.
I like that.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like the guy,
it'd be 20-10.
He looks like the lead singer from Color Me Bad. I
No, honestly, I wasn't going to say anything, but the quarterback of the Saints looks like that guy that had a star. He looks like that guy that had a star on his eye. Remember? That's.
Oh man, I got to check it out.
He looked like he had that.
All right, Commanders by 50.
By 50. I hope so.
And I'll take the song.
He's gonna get punished tomorrow.
Oh, I hope so. I hope for Darius Mathis and Johnny Newton do, just grind him into the field. And he gets up. Listen, coach, I don't
didn't know that guy was starting.
Yeah, I think his name is Huber or something. Yeah, his name is Huber. His last name is Huber. And I'm looking at Huber, and this guy looks like he just came out of Willy Wonka factory, or he was part of that movie one time. so
Do we give them 3 points? 3 points?
I hope so.
3 points?
If he throws to
3 points
Kamara,
total.
so if Kamara gets the first down,
31-3.
31, look,
31-3.
if they get 31-3, I'll shut up for the whole season. I would say, you know what, my Commanders, I'll shut up about it. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
31 points and 3 as their score. Yeah, I'm like, yo, they did their thing. I'll be quiet. I know they're gonna beat the Eagles. I know they're gonna beat the Falcons. I know they're gonna beat Dallas. I'm good. We're playoff bound. I'm gonna get me a playoff jersey, But
Cool.
But the thing about it is, we have to blow them out tomorrow at 1:00 because it's not an hour. So let's go ahead and move quickly because I know we got 5 minutes. When we get moving here, it's just we lose track of time. But the Wizards lose to the Cavaliers 105-115, and they are 3-20 for the very first time under this regime. Bilal didn't really do anything but score 27 points, but he ain't do nothing the last few games. And then their next game is against Boston at home. Boston is 20-5 and we're 3-20, which is, a flip of where we used to be. Hats off to the the Capitals, Washington Capitals. They are leading the division. I know I can't get the words out because I'm trying to rush and hurry up. So, I want to say, hey, look, we ran out of time. but the Capitals are actually on fire. They're blazing. They're setting DC on fire because they actually are killing every opponent known to man. If the aliens came from the sky and want to play hockey, I think that the Capitals probably send them back to the mothership.
They probably would take them on.
I don't know what they probably do. They'll probably walk up with a puck in the eye, like, yo, these people are crazy. These Earthlings are just what the world. But anyway, right. But these teams have no idea how to play the Caps and just keep it like that. Capitals are now Stanley Cup bound. They're the number 2 offense in the NHL. Moving on to the let's see. I would say the DC Defenders, but we don't have that much time. We're going to have to go with the 7-3 ratio. The 7-3 ratio, for those who don't know, is confidence versus not confident. This confidence is 7 points, non-confidence is 3 points. So you tell me whether the team is going to win by 7 or lose, or just do the safety of 3 points. So let's go ahead with Alex and end with Big Steve. 7-3 ratio against the Saints. What is your you just gave us a score of 31.
Yeah, the Commanders are going to get points, and they're going to really limit this rookie. They're going to sing and sex you up. They're going to color me bad. They're going big in the dump. I haven't won, and I did 28-3.
28-3. Oh, that's dope. All right, Big Lou. What you think, Lou?
Wait, which game?
The Saints and Commanders.
Commanders, that should be an easy one. I mean, yeah, Kamara's with the Saints, but that's not enough. I'm gonna go the 7 for the Commanders. Okay,
so they're gonna win by 7. Okay, all right, Coach.
34-14.
34-14. Okay, that's good. Eric, what you think?
I'll go with 31-13.
Not bad. All right, Big
bad.
Steve.
37-13. Breaking news: Diggs for the Cowboys out for the year.
Good.
Exactly.
Yep, that's true. Diggs is gone.
Who's out?
Yeah.
Diggs. Trevon Diggs. Yeah. So
Oh man.
my my score, we got 1 minute. My score is I'm going to go big, 38-14. 38-14. Commanders. With that being said, I want to thank Weiser. I want to thank Lou. I want to thank Coach. I want to thank Eric, and I want to thank Big Steve for coming in and chopping it up as we always do. We want to see you next Saturday when we're talking about the win or loss with the Commanders. Our next game is against the Eagles, and we're going to talk about the Wizards. We're going to talk about the Capitals. We're going to talk about you, the fans, and what you want to hear on our sports show. So with that being said, have a great weekend night. Have a great weekend, period. You're human first, everything second, and you're human by definition. So go conquer your dreams because it's your destiny. So God bless to every single person in the place to be, and be safe. And we're out of here. Peace. God bless.
Have a great weekend. God bless. Be
All
safe.
God bless y'all too.
All right. Be
You
safe.
too.
Thank you for coming in and entertaining us on this weekend. Stay tuned to next Saturday where we talk about the Commanders, the Wizards, the Capitals, the Baltimore Orioles, and yes, DC United. So be safe. Have a great weekend. You're for human first, everything second, you're human. So go conquer your dreams, and because it's in front of you, and go Commanders. All right. Peace.